Here's a type of mixture problem. It's a money mixture problem. So we're going to invest some money into two different accounts that pay two different simple interest rates. Now, since this is a simple interest problem, we're definitely going to be using, um, in a variety of ways, I equals PRT, which is the interest accumulated is equal to the amount of money that you put into a bank account, earning a certain percent per year in this case. And T for this type of problem is always going to be 1 because this is always going to be talking about after a single year, we've earned so much interest, how much did you put into each account? So we just need a simple little breakdown here. Now the important thing is the two accounts. So we're just going to leave the names of the accounts as 12.1% and 7%. We can call it account or bank A and bank B if you want, but these numbers are sufficient enough to separate it away. So I usually start off with, and it really doesn't matter what order you put them in, just writing down the percentages that the bank account is at. Now, just like any old word problem, you have to decide where your variable is going to be. What's your most unknown? In this case, we don't know either of them. So as long as we define one of them to be the variable, let's let x be the lower interest rate, then we know a little bit more about the 12.1% because we only have a total of $6,100 to work with. And some of that money, X dollars, is going to go at 7%. So that's only going to leave you the 6,100 less the X dollars already put at 7%. So this is the amount of money we're going to put in 12.1%. All right. Now, this is talking about the total amount of interest. So if we're talking about the interest of this, I need to find the interest of the first account and the interest of the second account. Well, that's going to be boiled down to I equals PR, because T in this case is equal to 1, and it's not going to be relevant. So all we need to do is take the principal, which in case is the green line here, multiply it by the rate, which is the blue line here, and that'll tell me how much interest we earned in both accounts. All right. So for the first one, we're going to have the interest rate, 0.07, times x, plus the other interest rate, which will be 0.121. Remember, divide percentages by 100, get them the proper decimal value. And we're going to multiply that by 6,100 minus x. Now, this is the interest for the first account. This is the interest for the second account. If we add them together, it should give us our total amount of interest earned, which is our, from up here, $488.20. So it gives us this nice linear equation that we need to solve. So a couple little calculations we need to do. 121 times 6,100. So the first one we just copied down, 0.07x, plus. The product of those two comes up to 738.1. And then obviously the product of these two is going to be a negative 0.121x. And this is going to equal 488.20. All right, combine like terms. Now be careful here. These are decimal values. This one's bigger, so our answer is going to come out negative. So 0.121 subtract 0.07 gives you 0.051, but the bigger one is negative, so it's going to be negative 0.051 x plus that 738.1 is equal to 488.20 or 488.2. Either one works. All right, and then continue solving. Move the constant to the other side, start getting the variable by itself. I'm going to have to move this up over here to give myself some room. So when I subtract it over to the other side, 5,1x, it better come out to be a negative number, otherwise bad things are going to happen, and it will. So 249.9 negative, and then divide both sides by the 0.051, negative 0.051. And then negative divided by negative is a positive, and we're safe. So we're going to end up with, let's see, x is equal to, divided by 0.051. $4,900. So the amount that we're going to put in the X is related to this one. The amount we're going to put in the 7% interest rate is going to be $4,900. To find the other one, we just need to subtract it from $6,100. And we're only going to put $1,200 in that one. So $1,200 at 12.1% and $4,900 at 7%. And there's our answer to the problem.